The president of Iran, Hassan Rouhani, said the way to avenge General Qasem Soleimani's death was to drive the United States out of the Middle East. He said this morning, they have cut off our dear Soleimani's hand. The revenge would be to cut America's feet from this region. He said that would be the real revenge and final answer of regional nations to America. Well, joining me now from Kuwait is Professor Fawaz Gerges, an expert on relations between the Middle East and the West. Thank you very much, Professor Gerges, for joining us. This attack on the air bases was very much and very deliberately so from Iran. No hint of a proxy carrying out this retaliation on its behalf. But will there be more? Because will the hardliners say that this is not enough to avenge General Soleimani's death?
Well, I think what I see is that both sides, the United States and Iran, are trying to climb down from the tree. Why? Because neither side wants all-out military confrontation with each other. The Iranians have made it very clear from day one, after the assassination of Soleimani, they do not really want all-out war with the United States. And they have stressed all along the proportional nature of their retaliation. They have never said that they were going to really somehow escalate beyond any kind of proportional response. My take on it is that Iran now, what we have seen, by striking directly against American bases from Iran, as opposed by Iranian proxies, Iran now can go back and say to its people, look, we have retaliated, we have initiated action, we have basically avenged the blood of Soleimani. This does not really mean at all that Iranian proxies will not wage a relentless attacks against the United States, even though Iran itself might not really basically strike further against American forces. Make no mistake about it, this is the beginning, a very prolonged, basically confrontation between Iran on the one hand and its proxies, and the United States and its allies. So even though there's a sigh of relief in the region so far, that this basically both Donald Trump and the Iranian leadership are climbing down from the tree, I think the next few days and next few weeks are going to be extremely dangerous in this ongoing clash between the two sides.
And we wait to get a full report of exactly how much damage has been done to those bases, whether there are any casualties. What role do you see European nations who are trying to, bridge that gulf between Iran and the US, what role do you see them playing, and do you think they can bring some influence to bear either on Iranian actions or on the actions decided by Donald Trump?
I think this is a very, very important moment now. It seems to me that we have basically overcome this particular cycle of escalation so far. It seems to me now you need adults in the room. And Europe and European powers, which the foreign minister will be meeting on Friday to discuss the European unified response to the crisis. I think this is the moment for the European powers, including the UK and Germany and France and other powers, to really play kind of a mediating role between Iran and the United States. Because on their own, neither the United States nor Iran will be able to resolve their differences. I think we know what needs to be done. What needs to be done is that basically preserving the nuclear deal, which President Trump pulled out unilaterally from it in 2018, trying to basically lift the economic sanctions, the Donald Trump sanctions, which he has imposed again unilaterally against Iran. I mean, again, for your own viewers, what we need to understand about this crisis, this is a man's-made crisis. It really is Donald Trump's crisis. He manufactured the crisis by pulling out unilaterally from a nuclear deal that was signed by his predecessor, Barack Obama, and the European powers and Russia and China. This is the moment now for Europe to stand up and try to offer Iran a way out, and also offer Donald Trump, who seems to be also locked in this cycle of escalation, a deal. I think my take on it is that both sides need to be brought to the table. How? By trying to offer Iran some economic relief. The Iranian economy is bleeding. It has had major impact on social harmony and peace inside Iran, and also by trying to negotiate either a wider deal between Iran and the great powers, or basically try to revive the previous nuclear deal that was signed in 2015 by Iran and the six great powers.
Okay, Professor Fawaz Gerges, we must leave it there, but thank you very much for your thoughts on all of this today.
Thanks.